Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is Lollyman16 here for another Dragon Ball Battles video. In this video, I'm going to talk about Hito, the legendary hitman from Universe 6 versus Goku Black. Black Goku from the recent arc of Dragon Ball Super, and that was, of course, going to be the Future Trunks arc. Um, there's some couple of disclaimers before this video. First of all, we're going to be taking Black Goku as of the recent episode of Dragon Ball Super, and that is episode 56. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm going to do a kind of a premonition, a predictions video. Even though there is more stuff from Black Goku to be shown in later episodes, I'm making this video now as a kind of a prediction on how strong Black Goku is gonna get. And if he could really take on the legendary hitman of Universe 6, the strongest fighter of Universe 6, as I would say, the Saikyu no Senchu Tai Dairoku Uchu. That would be the Japanese title for, I guess, his incredible career and in terms of power. So let's get right into this battle. I'm gonna, of course, I always break it up into several sections. In this type of video, I go over each character and I analyze their speed, strength, defense, weapons, abilities, and combat experience, intellect, etc., etc. So we're gonna start off with Goku Black, because he's the one people don't know a lot of, and even to this day, as of this recording, I don't even know the full extent of Black Goku's abilities and what he really is. So let's get right into this. I'm going to take what I know so far, and for this sake of this video, I'm going to use Vegeta as a medium. What I mean by this is Vegeta is going to be the power scaling. I'm going to power scale it according to how Vegeta fared in both fights, because we know from the Universe 6 to the Future Trunks saga, he did not get much stronger. It's not like Resurrection F to Universe 6, where he actually trained for 3 whole years in the Room of Spirit and Time, or in the dub, as you guys know it as, the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. So when we look at Black Goku, first of all, his strength. We're gonna look at his strength first. I have a couple of images to show you guys on how strong he really is. At first we see him in his base form, and he's not very powerful, okay? He is basically as strong as Goku in his Super Saiyan 2 form at best. He was able to manage Goku, but in the end he was ultimately defeated, and because of his time ring, I'll get into that a little bit later, he was sent back into the future, and so he could not defeat Goku. But what is interesting is that Black Goku obtained Goku's abilities. What I mean by this is, in the end of that episode, episode 50, I believe it was, he actually was able to integrate Goku's power in his own, um, uh, with his own, and able to use it to his full extent in episode 56. And that's really what I'm basing this video off of, is Goku Black in episode 56 versus Hit. And when he integrated Goku's power into himself, actually, he was able to not only best Vegeta in combat, as he was tanking pretty much. Sorry for the blurred image here. He was tanking Vegeta's hits in Super Saiyan Blue, and he was easily defending himself. And he, at one point, he even kicked him so hard that uh, even everyone was stunned. Vegeta spat out spit. He was spitting out just regular salivation, and it sent him back flying, which indicates his power is, his upgrade. And even Vegeta said in the episode, he's like, he got way stronger than Kakaroto. He got way stronger than Kakarot the last time they fought, because he was doing all this in only base form. And that's important because we can move on to his other abilities, such as his speed and intellect and all that good stuff. So, as in terms of speed, he is obviously faster than Vegeta. He was able to catch him off guard, and what happened here is he was so fast. In fact, he stood in front of Vegeta and held his chin up, and of course, Vegeta was not able to counter. He had to actually um, duck. Well, he didn't duck out of the way, but he flew out of the way in shock because he did not know how strong and how fast Black Goku was, even in his base form. So this obviously means he integrated Goku's power fully into himself. What's interesting here is in the manga, actually, in the manga, chapter 15, I believe it is, he used Shunkan Ido, the instantaneous movement or the instant transmission, whatever you guys want to call it as. He actually used that, and I don't know if that happened in this episode. It didn't look like it, but he was insanely fast. I'll give you that. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He is very insanely fast. In terms of defense, he was able to tank Vegeta, so this obviously means he is universal type, or at least planetary, galaxy above type defenses. I'm easily shrugging it off like nothing. Could take Super Saiyan 2 Future Trunks like no problem. Even when we first saw him in episode 47 and 48, easily countered Trunks. What this means is he's easily planetary, solar system, and even I guess universal, because technically in terms of power scaling, Super Saiyan God Goku in the Battle of Gods arc was able to send shockwaves across the universe when he collided with Lord Beerus. So, I mean, he's got to be somewhere in that realm of power. Another interesting I wanted to note real quickly is that Super Saiyan 2 Future Trunks in the manga was stated to be around Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So, even though they're in the same class, remember, when they were both as SS2 level, they were fighting on par, and albeit, it's a little bit. Future Trunks actually had the advantage over Goku. Goku had powered up to Super Saiyan 3. He still had the advantage, and then Goku had to use his God form to finish him off. So this means that Black Goku is easily stronger than Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan Blue in terms of 50 episode 56, I should say. So we move on from defense to weapons. Now he does have one noted weapon here and another weapon that doesn't really, it won't really do anything. That is the time ring. It won't do anything in combat. It just, I mean, maybe he could send his other opponents to other timelines, but that's not really going to happen. I can't see that doing anything in terms of damage wise. But he does have a really awesome, like an energy beam we saw, and I will show you the clip right now. Excuse me, not the clip, the picture of him stabbing Vegeta right through the chest, even in his god form. I mean, easily stabbing him with an energy beam. This is I believe, the same energy beam we saw Zamasu when he split the barbarians in half, and in one of the Dragon Ball Z movies, the Return of Cooler movie, Kura, as I should say in the Japanese, when Salazar or Salza, whatever you want to call him, he used it against Piccolo. So he does have this really interesting weapon here. It's very deadly. Can easily cut through god tier level characters instantly. And of course, the last thing we have here is his form, and that is Super Saiyajin Rodze. It's basically, according to the wiki of Dragon Ball Wiki, I know that's not very accurate. Go support Kanzenchu and more than the wiki, because the wiki is not 100% accurate. But according to the wiki, Super Saiyan Rose or Rose, whatever you want to call it, is kind of a negative version of Super Saiyan Blue. It's the equivalent to it, basically in a more evil manner, because he even says it in episode 56. He says to Goku, like, I have your powers, I have your abilities now, and you should be thankful. Actually, I should be thanking you, because if it wasn't for you fighting me in, early on, episode 50, he wouldn't have integrated his full powers into himself. remember guys, we don't really know what Goku Black is at this time. We know it's not Zamasu. It could be controlled by Zamasu, but we know it's not Zamasu because Zamasu actually appeared separately in episode 56, and in episode 57 apparently he is going to fight future Trunks, but that's the aside the point. So he has Super Saiyan Rose. It's easily stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. Instantly disposed of Vegeta so fast. I mean, he took every hit that Vegeta had. This is a very interesting thing. Okay, you guys have to remember, he tanked Vegeta easily in base form. Let me show you the picture again. Where is it here? There it is. He tanked Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue in his base form, and he was easily also tanking it in his Super Saiyan Rose form, his God form, easily tanking it. This is a important thing to note here because I'm going to move on to Hit now. Let me go back. Hit is, of course, the legendary assassin of Universe 6, and in terms of the combat abilities, his strength has to be also in that realm of Universal. But here's the interesting thing, guys. Hit was not he was below the godly transformation um, when we first encountered him. Okay, it said, I think it said in the manga that if Hit were to fight Vegeta in the first time they fought, one punch from Vegeta would have instantly took out Hit. But here's the funny thing: Hit is able to improve. He has improvement, and we showed this. They showed this over the course of the events of the final portions of the Universe 6 saga, where Hit used his abilities to effortlessly defeat Vegeta. And what I mean by abilities is he has Toki-Tobashi, the insane, what I call insane time leap. He has the time leap where it was first 0.1 second, then he improved to 0.2, then to 0.5, and then further, and he never gives a specific number on what his last improvement is, but we know it's very fast. The thing here is that he can keep improving, and because of his time leap, he is very deadly. He knows a lot of pressure points, and he's a expert combatant because he's lived over 1,000 years and he has a lot of combat experience. So we can move on to speed. I just mentioned recently he does have Toki-Tobashi. I mentioned this in my other Dragon Ball Battles video, Hit versus Omega Shenron. He does have Toki-Tobashi, which makes him very dangerous. Here's the thing though, even though he does have pressure points and he has Toki-Tobashi, would that be able to hurt Black? The reason why I say this is because, remember, Black withstood Vegeta. I mean, he took every hit from Super Saiyan Blue easily. I mean, just easily taking it. Could this mean that Black is stronger than Kaioken, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku? We don't know because it hasn't been shown yet. We don't even know if Goku is going to use Kaioken in the latter portions of the Future Trunks arc. We don't even know if he's going to use it. My prediction is he might have to use it, or they might do fusion, either one of the two, to try and beat Black, because I can't see Goku winning against Black the way he is right now. But that's kind of besides this video. Uh, in terms of speed, very insanely fast. He is probably faster than Black at this time, just because he has Toki-Tobashi. So that's where I would put him at speed, which would be, of course, probably most likely faster than Light at this point in the series of Dragon Ball. So we go on to defense. He doesn't really have defense. He really doesn't, because as I just said, he can't really take Vegeta. Now, I am using Vegeta as a medium, but going to Goku, I'll deviate that, and I'll go on to Goku for just a little bit. He was fighting Goku, and he was fighting with Kaioken, and Kaioken was able to best him in combat. So he doesn't really have that much of defense, but he does have improvement. So I'd give defense over to Black Goku. I just to clarify, strength will go to Black Goku, speed goes to Hit, defense goes to Black Goku. Um, Weapons, well, he doesn't really have any weapons. Toki-Tobashi, I guess you could kind of count that as a weapon, but it's more of an ability. So I'd give weapons over to Black Goku. If Black Goku could get hit off guard somehow, it's probably be over for him because he would be stabbed just like the way he did against Vegeta, and his stamina. I mean, I don't know how much he can endure, but he probably could not endure a that kind of energy beam right to the chest the same way Vegeta has done. So I'd give weapons over to Goku Black. But in terms of intelligence, now presumably he does have more combat experience. He's lived over 1,000 years, guys. That means he has a lot of combat fighting, experience under his belt. And it even said that he has never failed to kill his target. Never, ever. So very skilled there. I'd give that to Hit. So overall, I've kind of taken all the basically the categories of this match, and let's go on to the match itself. So I think for this matchup itself, if Hit were to fight Black Goku, let's say Black Goku was fighting his base form and Hit was, just fighting regularly. Let's say he wasn't really going all out from the start. He does use his Toki-Tobashi against Black, but unlike Omega Shenron, I think Black could actually take it. I really do think Black could actually take those attacks, and it might take him a while, but he would probably, I mean, given the intelligence and his ability to integrate Goku's fighting style, he would probably be able to not only power up, because all Saiyans power up, he would probably be able to take those hits and figure out that it's some kind of ability. Whether or not he could figure out it's Toki-Tobashi, that's a different story. That's a whole different story altogether. So let's say he takes it, he fires Ki Blast, try to use his energy shield, but Hit would be too fast. His speed would be insane, but I think Toki-Tobashi would win the cake there. So he just couldn't attack Hit, even though he was taking the punches. So what he would do at this point, he would probably go Super Saiyan Rose, use his full power Super Saiyan Rose, go all out, and he would probably get the advantage over Hit. But here's where it gets interesting. Hit would probably improve to his level. Whether or not he could do that, I don't know, because there's two different things here. We could go either off the manga, where we could go off the anime. And I'm not sure which one. Let's go off the anime just because I said, I mentioned earlier the stuff with Goku using Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Kaioken times 10. So we'll go off the anime. Now in the anime, we do know that Hit can improve to any guy's level, even though they're stronger than him. So he would probably eventually catch up to Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Rose Black Goku, and he would best him. But it's kind of an interesting thing here because could he defeat Black Goku in time? And what I mean by this is, could Toki-Tobashi be enough for Black Goku in time that he would lose? In time that Goku Black would use his full power and just wreck the heck out of him and use the energy blade to finish the job. We don't know. I think this is a very tough decision here on who would win, Hit versus Goku Black currently. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Overall, I would have to give this fight, I would have to give this fight over to, here's the thing, we don't know how good Black Goku is going to get. We don't know how strong. It's implied that he can use major improvements. He can power up to an insane degree, as he did when he first fought Goku, and then the second time, round 2 against Goku. But of course, he has improvements. So with Toki-Tobashi, but with Energy Blade. I'd have to give this fight over to. I'd probably have this give the fight over to Hit, but just slightly. And here's why I say that. First of all, Black Goku is more cocky than Hit. He thinks that all mortals are trash and the gods are above all mortals. And technically, Hit is still a mortal, so even though he can fight on par with gods, he's still immortal in that sense. He doesn't have God Ki, so yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Um, he's cocky in the fact that he thinks he's above everyone, and of course all humans, specifically humans, not just mortals, but humans specifically, have to die. Hit is a very relaxed guy, but he can go serious if the situation is dire enough. But he's very cool, calm, and collected when he fought Frost, and when he saw Vegeta go Super Saiyan Blue, and of course when he saw Kaioken. I'd give this fight over to Hit just slightly though. It might be very close. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Black could use instantaneous movement or instant transmission and be able to stab him right in the chest. I mean, he's not like Goku. I mean, in that sense, Goku, or excuse me, Black Goku would have no hesitation. He would go all out and really try to kill Hit the first time he sees him. I'd say this fight is very close. I'd still give this fight a Hit, just barely. Let me know in the comments below. That's been my Dragon Ball battle for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good one.